someone, sir?
I expect so.
You mean you don't know?
Not precisely. I seem to have forgotten. But since I'm here, it follows logically I came to see someone. You agree with me?
I guess so. Maybe Mr. Keeley can help you. He's the chief ranger.
Splendid. Well done, of course. It was Mr. Keeley. Thank you.
He's right in here.
Mr. Keeley.
Dead right first time.
My name is Charles Black.
I'm glad to meet you. Have a seat. Thank you. You want something, Chubb?
Oh, thanks, George.
Okay. See ya.
I wrote you a letter, but I may, of course, have forgotten to post it.
Why, of course. Do you often do that?
Oh, yes, frequently. I sometimes wonder why I bothered to write at all.
I've got good news for you.
Yes?
This time you remembered. I've got it right here. University of Minnesota, Department of Comparative Anthroponomy.
What's that?
My chair.
Chair. Didn't sound too much like a chair to me.
Professor Black is Professor of Comparative Anthroponomy at the University of Minnesota. Now, do you understand, Chubb?
Sure.
Okay, beat it. Oh, that's just fine. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Now, what can I do for you? Your letter doesn't tell me much, except that you wanted to meet me.
I want to spend a week in the bush, in the neighborhood of Loon Lake. I believe that is in your area. I don't suppose you have a map, have you?
Several. It's part of my job to know my way around. Let's try this one. There's Loon Lake. It's a long, long way from anywhere.
Splendid.
What's so splendid about it?
I'm interested in birds. Isolation generally provides a better habitat for the rarer species. I shall be spending my time on the west shore of the lake. I see you have the area marked.
It's a crown lease. It was leased about 30 years ago. Hey, wait a minute. The same name as yourself.
It would be, yes.
Yes, that's right. 30 years ago, Charles Black, on a 99-year lease. Now, that wouldn't be you, would it?
My father. I was a schoolboy 30 years ago. I didn't even know about it until after he died, and then recently I came across a reference to it amongst his papers.
Any idea why he took the lease?
He was a geologist. He surveyed this area. I assume he found it interesting and decided to come back one day. I don't believe he ever did, though.
And now you want to go?
Yes.
To do some bird watching?
Precisely.
Nothing else?
My dear sir, geology is not my line. But bird watching happens to be my hobby.
I see. The lease is still yours, of course.
Is it really?
For about 6 months. Then, if you don't pay the back taxes, it reverts to the government.
They can keep it. Universities don't pay their professors the sort of salary that allows for the luxury of a private bird sanctuary.
I don't suppose they do.
No, roads into it, I see.
Not within 20 miles.
How very awkward. How do I get in there?
It's quite a problem. Can you handle a canoe?
Are you still here, Chubb? I thought I told you to beat it.
Sure, but I thought maybe I could help. Okay, message received. Over and out.
I'd like to persuade you not to go in there at all right now.
Well, since it seems to be my property, at least for the moment.
Everything's as dry as old bones in there. If you just happen to start a little fire, I'd have to come in and put it out before you burned off 10,000 acres of timber. If I could.
I take your point. I shall be extremely careful.
Even if you got lost, I'd have to come in and find you. And I've got a lot on my hands already.
Well, I prefer to be alone, but I suppose I could be accompanied by an experienced guide.
The height of the season, they're all engaged.
How awkward. I only have a limited time at my disposal, and I particularly wanted to. Largely for sentimental reasons, you understand?
Sure, I understand. Hold on, do you like kids?
Kids?
The young of Homo sapiens.
Oh, those. Candidly, no. They're necessary, I suppose, but... Why?
Because I've got 1 or 2 very interesting specimens. Now, I know they could use some pocket money, and they'd look after you as well as any guide.
Looks pretty good to me.
Let's put her in the shed to dry. Hey, Pete! Man the barricades, boys. Enemy on the warpath. I guess they're Swampy Cree braves by the look of them.
You just wait till I tell George what you called him. Hi, George.
Pete, I want you to meet Professor Black, my brother Pete.
Glad to know you, sir. Come on in.
Professor Black would like to take a little trip up to Loon Lake, Pete.
Why? If he wants any fishing.
He doesn't. Just wants to look at the birds. I thought you and Mike might like to go along and show him around.
Birds?
Feathered vertebrates in general, aquatic wildfowl in particular.
I guess you need Zeke.
I beg your pardon?
Hey, Zeke! Here.
Zeke.
Zeke can tell you anything you want to know about birds. I guess he's quite a little genius.
Professor Black knows quite a lot about them himself, Pete. It just occurred to me that you two might like to make a little pocket money.
Zeke,
That's right.
the genius.
Well... Frangarubra.
Excellent. Very rare, of course, unfortunately.
I guess so. Saw one last summer, though.
You did? How interesting. Zeke and I are going to get along splendidly.
You seem to be able to communicate.
That's great.
Do you think so?
Sure. I've got a stuffed one, you know. Like to see it?
Very much.
It's over there in our club room.
Will you excuse us?
George, you can't do this to us.
What's the matter? Just a couple of little geniuses getting together?
Let alone with them up in the bush at Loon Lake. It's at the back of nowhere.
You'd have Mike with you.
Well, so what? If he goes crazy, too, how's that going to help? Why don't we let them go and get together all by themselves?
They'd get lost, or they'd burn off half the timber in the district, or both. Somebody's got to go and look after them. You'd be doing me a favor.
Okay.
That's fine. Now, you just keep them out of trouble.
But how are we going to get there? I mean, those two won't be much use in a portage.
I'm checking over the area in the 8-beater. I'll drop you at Loon Lake with stores and a canoe, and I'll come back and pick you up in a week's time, okay? Good boy.
This looks like the lake.
Yeah, this is it, all right. I'm checking some of these landmarks. We seem to be just where we want to be.
There's a good deal of brush around. Pretty hard work getting at those rocks. You know, the old-timers had a shortcut. Just kicked over a campfire accidentally on purpose and came back a few days later.
Well, you mean burn it off?
Sure. Yeah, but the weather's wrong. It's too chancy in this heat. Get that gadget of yours under cover. It's the wrong time for anyone to see us around.
Okay, you're on your own now. Pick you up in a week. Stand clear.
Might as well go crazy in comfort. Who's going crazy? Not you, Bud. I guess you've got built-in immunity. Just Pete and me, living for a week with a couple of... Hold it!
So what is it?
I don't know. Thought at first... What? No, it couldn't be. Not up here. Anyhow, it's too late in the year.
Just another 7 days, Pete. Try not to think about it. 7.
All right, guys, relax. It wasn't. I didn't think it could be. It was just an old yellow legs. Sometimes they sound the same. Hey! A couple of guys camping along the lake shore.
Let me see.
Hello.
Hi there, just in time for coffee.
Oh, thank you, no. Some other time, perhaps.
Sure.
I saw you from some distance off. Quite a surprise.
Could be, yeah. Country's not exactly overpopulated hereabouts.
My young friends and I expected to find some interesting birds. Indeed, we have.
Yeah, but not the human variety.
Quite, no.
Grab a chair.
Oh, thank you. Fishing, I see.
That's right.
With success, I hope?
Oh, pretty fair, pretty fair. I guess this lake's as good as any we've hit so far.
Splendid. I'm delighted. In a way, I happen to be your host.
I don't quite get that.
I recently discovered, quite by chance, that I have a lease of this area. I intended to let it drop, but having seen the bird life, which is quite remarkable, Cryderman semi-palpentus is nesting just a little way along the shore from here. Very unusual. You know him, I expect.
No.
Charming creature. What was I saying?
Having seen the bird life, etc.
Ah, yes, of course. Thank you. I think I'll take the lease up again.
I didn't quite get your name.
Black. Professor Black.
Yeah, I'm Adams, and this is Mr. Hill.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, I hope you'll stay for a few days. Please feel free to do so.
Why, thanks. That's very kind of you.
You must come and have dinner with the boys and me before you go.
We might do that if you're still around.
Goodbye, then, for the present.
All right, bye.
That's dandy. That's just dandy. So he's going to take up the lease again, huh? I suppose that's the son.
I guess so. Same name.
What are we going to do about it?
What do you think? We're going to have to get rid of him. And the kids. It's as simple as that.
You say these guys were fishing.
Yes, I find their presence most interesting.
So do I. Just where were they
A
fishing?
remarkable illustration, in a way, of the fallacy of accepting a preconceived idea based on inadequate information without critical examination. You take my point?
Yeah, I guess so, but...
You do? Splendid.
if these guys were
You
fishing...
see, one has cherished for so long the concept that large tracts of this country are totally devoid of human life. Well, one would place this area in that category, don't you think?
Sure, but,
And yet, we arrive here to find two charming fellows, living, so to speak, not a stone's throw away from us.
what I'd like to know
You
is...
see, it creates an illusion of almost suburban security, which is in itself, I feel, highly suspect. Don't you agree?
Oh, I certainly do. I think...
Zeke,
Yes, sir?
this admirably illustrates my point.
About uncritical acceptance, sir?
Precisely. You see, I've always considered it virtually impossible to communicate with the young, except on the most primitive level.
I guess there's something in that,
But
sir.
consider this, Zeke. Your own talents are beyond question. But your friend here has followed my argument remarkably well, which seems to indicate an awakening intelligence, which is not superficially apparent.
You think so, sir? Gosh, I never noticed. These charming guys, sir,
Yes?
they were fishing
Yes.
in the lake?
Yeah.
Did they catch any fish, sir?
Oh, yes. They were highly pleased. I found it rather gratifying in a way.
You saw their catch, I guess.
As a matter of fact, no.
That's a very good illustration, sir.
Of what?
Uncritical acceptance, sir. I mean, if you didn't see any fish.
Quite right. Thank you. I should have said they claimed to be highly pleased.
Then they're phony.
I beg your pardon?
There are no fish in Noon Lake. It's full of lampreys.
But how extraordinary. Then why did they tell me that?
Covering up, I guess.
But covering up for what? If they didn't come up here to fish?
They must have come up here for something else. Something they don't want you to know about.
But I've no objection to their coming here. I made that quite clear.
They shouldn't be here without a permit, and I'll bet they haven't got one.
Otherwise, George would have known about them.
Sure. Hey, do you know something, sir?
What in particular? I find the question somewhat vague.
Well, I've been wondering, why did your father take a lease of this area? I mean, it's a pretty lonely neck of the woods. Was he a bird guy, too?
I take it you mean an ornithologist.
Yeah, that's it.
No, he was a geologist. 30 years ago, he made a survey of this area.
Then took a lease of it.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I assume he liked it and decided... Yes, quite right. A preconceived idea. Thank you.
It would help if you could remember something, if you could think back a little, sir.
Well, let me see.
Did your father find anything, something interesting, like gold?
Well, I seem to remember there were some discussions with a mining corporation. But if he had found anything, surely they'd have done something about it.
30 years ago? Wouldn't have been worth it. It's pretty difficult to get into a place like this.
Easy enough now with aircraft, egg beaters, and that sort of thing.
Egg beaters?
Choppers.
Helicopters.
Ah.
You could be onto it. I'll bet these guys are interested in something more exciting than fish.
I just don't like quitting like this, that's all.
Well, we can't use violence. The company wouldn't like it. You know that.
What I know is just this, son. The company wants to pick up this lease. We've been sent up here to get a survey started and save time. Now, if this guy wants to pick up his own lease again, and we don't do anything to stop him, you and I are on the breadline.
We can't stop him.
Can't we? Why is he back here?
Birds, I guess. That's what he said.
Okay, so we get rid of the birds.
5,000 acres of birds, and we're going to get rid of them just like that?
And expose the rock at the same time, which makes our job a good deal easier.
You mean burn it?
Yeah.
Well, we can't burn it. The weather isn't right. You said so yourself.
That was before we knew he was around. Now I guess it's worth the risk.
Not for me, it isn't. I don't know what they give you for arson, but I imagine it's just...
They don't give you anything if they don't know.
Look, we're working for an international mining company, right? We're not just a couple of roughs out here in the bush prospecting on our own account. We just can't do it.
Okay. So we pull back and this guy goes home and picks up his lease again, and that's it.
I guess it is.
XNY 556C Charlie, come in, please. Over. It's no use. We're way out of range.
How far is Indian River from here?
It's Corvus brachyrhynchus flies.
As who flies?
The crow. It's a figure of speech, my boy. I feel sure you must have come across it.
Zeke, you can tell me all about it someday, when we're all alone.
Anyhow, he wasn't trying to get Indian River. He was trying Matt Craig's fire tower. It's a good deal closer.
But clearly too far, nevertheless. So I suggest we abandon these rather melodramatic apprehensions and report the matter when we return. Surely very little can happen within the next few days.
Do you smell anything?
I guess it's just your coffee, Pete. What'd you make it with? Birch bark?
We got a pup about 10 miles away. Bearing 163. Moving real fast.
Bearing 163? Thanks, Matt. Over and out. Bearing from Pike Tower 163, George.
163. The West Shore of Loon Lake. That's where the kids are.
You don't think they started this one?
No, I certainly don't, but it might have been one of those crazy coots they've got with them. Fix a water drop. It'll cool things off until the fire crews get there.
It'll be quite a smoke by the time they do.
Could be. I'm going up in the chopper and take a look at it.
What are we going to do? We can't get through this.
Better get back down to the lake. We'll find a way around the shore.
Just don't get it. How did all this get started?
Didn't I tell you? It's pretty chancy in this kind of weather. Come on, let's go.
will stay here with you, sir. Mike and I'll get back and start doing something.
Well, watch, for example. It seems an extremely large fire for two individuals to extinguish.
I guess we'll need some help. About 4 fire crews, a couple of bulldozers, some water bombing, and a change in the wind. We might as well make a start.
Well, is there no way we could warn the authorities?
Matt Craigle spotted this half an hour ago. The authorities know more about it right now than we do. In fact, here they are in the 8-beater. George, come on, let's go and talk to them.
Are you folks okay?
Sure.
Pete, I want you and Mike to go with Joe and the boys and start work. I've laid on a water drop to cool things off a bit.
Okay.
I'll take Zeke and Professor Black out with me. Hey, where's Zeke?
Hey, Zeke! Saw a couple of interesting birds on the opposite shore.
Indeed? What were they?
Same ones you saw, sir. Buteo borealis, I guess, by the sound of them.
Of course, he means a couple of buzzards. We forgot about those, didn't we?
Gosh, that's right, so we did.
Forgot about what?
A couple of guys. Claimed they were fishing on the lake. But I've got a hunch they were prospecting.
Prospecting on your lease?
It would appear so.
We better get them out of that. It's going to be unhealthy over there pretty soon. Besides, I'd like to talk to them. You know, prospectors have a habit of having accidents with their campfires. Makes their job easier if the bush is burned off. Joe, you take Mike and get moving. Pete, you come with me. We'll take the canoe.
We can't go on. It's all around us.
Looks like it. Well, so we gotta swim for it. Can't be more than about a mile across.
Adams, I can't swim.
Well, you're a useful kind of guy to have in the bush. Did you ride a bicycle?
Sure, but...
It's gonna be a waste of talent, bud, if you can't swim.
Hey, you there. You guys want to ride, or do you want to stay around and play a little longer?
Kinda lost interest in this game right now. We'll take you up on that ride.
Come on, then. Get your feet wet. You're going to join one of my fire crews and do an awful lot of digging. Your property's changed quite a bit since you saw it. Most of it's burned off. It's going to take a lot of cleaning up and years of reforestation to get it back into shape.
Nevertheless, I think I may still take up the lease.
You could be right. I left your 2 friends with Sergeant Scott. He could be quite tough when he wants to. And right now, they're a little too tired to argue. From what I heard, you've got a lot of gold.
Good. I shall use it to clean up the area and have it replanted. It can then be established as a bird sanctuary. It's an excellent habitat.
That could take a long time.
Possibly, but what of it? Poof, I may not be around to enjoy it myself, but... Where are you? Ah, there. You shall have it, my dear boy.
Me?
Certainly. Why not?
Gosh, thanks!
Not at all. Delighted.